Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Arkansas's offense will have the football first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
But they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. The Bulldogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
And this is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Defense looks as if it's coming. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Duggar. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They think there's room to run to the right here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Here's the handoff. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Razorbacks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The play action fake. Buying some time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
The Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Snagged in the middle. It's Ellington. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Razorbacks are rolling down the field.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Razorbacks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Might be looking to run. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. BYU was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Robbie Bosco and company delivered in their national championship season of 1984. All that speculation all week, and now we know. And something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Breaks into the open. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll start this drive going to the air. On the run, still looking. Finds his man. It's Humphries.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Humphries.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They'll try to get the first through the air. He's going to take off. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Back to pass. It's complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller's going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
The pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Makes a connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Razorbacks. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Trying to seal the edge on the right. There he goes. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Duggar. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Working that left side. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Mississippi State rings the cowbell in the red zone. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll run play action. Got his man on the right. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. So the first step of that was fine. They made the pass and catch, but no yards, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I don't know if they were anticipating pressure on that play, and they just want to get it out of the hands of the quarterback quickly, but whatever they were thinking, it did not work.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Fielded in the end zone. It's Buck. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got him.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got him downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Quick completion on the out route. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Wants to pass. Looking to get it in. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. Pushes for the goal line. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Just drives it between the uprights. Are forced to settle for 3. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The screen, he can go.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Fires left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that's a long way to throw the football. When you throw that comeback, it's all the way out wide. Nice job by the corner seeing it. The receiver looks like he's running a vertical route, but then sets it down. He stays right there with him, breaks on the football, and swats it down.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Trying to do it on the ground. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on 4th down.
And it's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers.
Turning it on. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Scrambling away. Right on the money. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass. On defense, you got to hit the quarterback fast, force the incompletion.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Fires it down the seam. Touchdown, Arkansas! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the option, fighting off the defender. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Worthy. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're working that left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. It's Worthy. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We reach the break. Arkansas has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Off play action on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They've got 4 receivers out there, 2 on either side on 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Mississippi State hoping to ring up a score in this red zone trip. Catch in the middle, it's Worthy. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They come to the line 3 yards away from the first down marker. They've converted twice on this drive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go with a direct snap. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Snagged out of the air. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Arkansas.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down.
29 Philly.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
He'll pull it on the read. Got some room to run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldog.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
I tell you what, 4th quarter, you're trying to get to the quarterback, trying to get the ball back to your offense. But nice pursuit. Nice job making the QB scramble outside of the pocket, chasing him down. And even better, you got a gift. He runs out of bounds, so now the clock stops. Now you're saving time late in the ball game when it's really going to matter.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Floating away. Running into the open space. There he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. They want to see if they can score the deuce.
He doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. I want to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open? Okay, I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Mississippi State right back to the line.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football is going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there getting the sack.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Now on first down from the 30. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Duggar. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Just keep slinging it. Going for it all. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. That score could have put them within realistic striking distance, but the penalty turns things around, and they'll have to go back to work. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Punts it out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll convert on fourth down. Still going. Breaks into the open. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Now on first and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. Gets it out fast. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Second down, they'll go to the air. Lets it fly. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Spins away from the defense. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Wants to go up top on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to run it. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on second down. Fires to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Snapped it in the shotgun. Into the end zone for a touchdown to ratchet up the pressure late in this game.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Working that left side now. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Now they'll run the draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
Now, I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.